I had the opportunity yesterday during media availability to speak with the sack attack, Zac Dawe.
He has one sack? No, he has a nickname. That's great.
Well, any reference that we can kind of make to Saved by the Bell, Zac Attack, his band. Now it's the sack attack, Zac Dawe.
Very nice.
Great young man. And a guy who almost gave up football entirely because of some really, really unfortunate injuries. So how did he go from, man, I just don't know if I have it anymore, to sacking Alex Hornibrook late in the game in the fourth quarter to help BYU stun the 6th-ranked Badgers? 2-on-1 BYU Sports Nation All Access with defensive lineman Zac Dawe. Zac, you burst onto the scene against Wisconsin with a big-time sack in the fourth quarter. So let's start with that play. A coming-out moment for you. What was happening on that play, and walk us through it?
Just got off the ball a couple plays before. I've just been bull rushing, setting up, and all the D-line, we had a lot of great pressure coming in, and I felt my guy leaning super hard, and so I just did a little push-pull, and I just happened to come through, just like kind of what I practiced a lot in practice, and came through, and I hit the quarterback and looked down and he still had the ball. It was just kind of a sweet experience for me, and my family and our team. So it was awesome.
Well, let's dive into that a little bit, because I heard from a few people on the sideline that Coach Elisa Tuiaki said, hey, act like you've been here before, but this is kind of like, this is a big-time experience for you, a first time. You said it was sweet for your family. Why was it so special and sweet in that moment?
Just through the last couple of years, I've been through a lot. I had to sit out a year because I had back surgery, and so I just, it took a long time for me to recover and get back on the field. And so just to be able to go and have a sack at Camp Randall, just where one of my biggest role models, J.J. Watt, played. That's one of the reasons why I wear 99. Just to have a sack in the same house that made J.J. Watt, it was just kind of an emotional experience for me. And my family, we've been through a lot. We sacrificed a lot just to allow me to play the game I love. So it was just really a sweet experience. So
I saw your brother post about that and then the long road back, and I understand that football was almost over and actually considered. So what went into the decision to come back and play and took you to the game at Wisconsin?
So for a little while, I did think it was over. My back was just in a state, so the sports staff here and some of the previous coaches thought that it might be best for me to just sit out and retire from football. But deep down inside, I knew that I had so much more to give and so much potential. And so they gave me the option to sit out and to come and walk back on. And so, I just kind of, it's just who I am. I've worked so hard my whole life, and so I couldn't just give it away. And so I came back and worked with the coaches to finally get a scholarship back. And, so that's kind of the long path road that I've been through. But
in some way, did that sack against Alex Hornibrook in the Wisconsin game feel like the ultimate moment in that comeback?
I think it's just one of the stepping stones. So I wouldn't say it's the ultimate moment, but I feel like it's a great start for the comeback. I'm still a sophomore, still have a long time to play, and we have amazing coaches who are helping me, and also sports staff who are just helping me be my best. And so I can't just hang my rag on one play. Kalani talked a lot about there's an analogy of these kids at Stanford eating a marshmallow, and just to kind of sum it up, he said, there's kids and they're given a marshmallow, but if they wait a period of time, they could have 2 marshmallows. And so I can't just eat the one right off the get-go and call it good. So it was a sweet experience, but I'm sack hungry. I'm a sack addict now. So I want to go out and work hard with my teammate and hopefully, cherish with them some more sacks in our own house. So that would be even more sweet than Camp Randall. So
Big Zac Sack Attack?
Yeah, I guess so. The Sack Attack. So kind of a cool name.
All right. Now, I know that you've gone through a ton of health issues. Update us now. How are you feeling? What's the status there now?
I'm 100%. I had back surgery about a year and a half ago, but Nu'u actually is kind of taking me under his wing. And Mike Stroshine, in the off season, he works at Next Level Performance. We were grinding every day. He's kind of like, I was Rocky and he was my Mickey, We were just in there every day just grinding. So my back's now 100%, no problems. Been checked by the doctor and I'm 100% cleared. So
Now, does he talk like Mick?
Sometimes, you know.
Come on, Rock.
Yeah, no, not really. He's an awesome guy, and you know, there's a lot of times where I didn't think I could ever play football again, and I would get down on myself. But he was always there. Just he'd call me and be like, hey, you know, we've come too far to give up. And same with my parents. You know, the days where I worked at New Skin, I was a security guard, and you know, we've been through too much to give up, and so that was just sweet to go and have a little sweet experience. So.
Well, here you are. I know your brother Parker is your biggest fan. He also drives a minivan. Are you going to get in on that business?
I'm more of a suburban kind of guy, but yeah, no, Parker's awesome. He also has played a huge role in me coming back and playing football. Just constantly there, just kind of he's just a role model. Just his story is awesome, and so I think that's just down in our family. It's just hard work and, you know, obviously belief in God. That's why, you know, right after my sack, that's where all my credit went straight up to Heavenly Father, you know, who just blessed me. I couldn't made it back without him. So God played a huge role in my comeback, and so that's why, right where my hands went right after the sack, just to thank him first. So.
And what a great story, and what a great celebration at Wisconsin. We'll finish with this. How do you avoid the cliche letdown after such an emotional high like that, knocking off the number 6 team in the country on the road?
You know, it was an awesome experience, but it's not the end of the season. It's just one game, and they're an awesome team. They're going to have an awesome rest of the season. Like I said, we can't hang our hat on that. We got to go, and McNeese, or the team we're playing this week, they're a good team. You know, they're a good team in our conference, so we got to come out and play. We have to be humble and just keep doing what we know we can do. So,
Zac, the Sack Attack Dawe. Thanks for the time, Zac.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.